Hello, everyone. This is Jessica Callis, and I am completing the comprehensive project for the literacy assessments class. But I'm sorry, mine is not as creative as some of the ones that were provided as an example. I'm totally not creative at all, and I'm more of a talker. So I just first wanted to say how grateful I am for this class in general. I'm so glad that it was a requirement before student teaching because it has improved so many areas that I was extremely nervous about before this class, thinking, oh, I'm not going to be super prepared for student teaching. I don't know how I'm going to do all these aspects without feeling like I don't have the knowledge. And I don't believe I had enough knowledge going into this class. But leaving this class, I definitely feel so much more prepared and so much more ready for student teaching. And yeah, I'm just super excited. We're so close to graduation. I can see it. We're at the finish line, and it's just unreal that it's coming to an end. I remember starting this degree and thinking, wow, it's going to take me forever to complete this, especially with kids and having to stop and skip semesters because I'm having a baby or something like that. But it's finally here, and we're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm so excited for student teaching and completing everything needed to get my degree and get my own classroom. And I know that COVID has really put a damper on student teaching and really just teachers in general, and because of just the changes that are rapidly happening. But I'm still so excited to get my foot in the door and get my own classroom and start using everything that I've learned with students. So the first aspect that I took away from this class obviously is assessments. Assessments were a large part of the class, obviously, but I'm so glad that they were a part of the class so widely because I remember going into the first lesson plan and we're supposed to do dibbles, and I'm thinking, this looks like a different language, like I don't even know what I'm doing, and I was so nervous. And now at the end of the semester, I can look at each of these assessments, which I only noted a few that I really enjoyed, but there are so many that we covered over the course of the semester that I can look at, and I can easily feel ease of knowing that I know how to assess a student with it, and I know how to go forward with it. Each of them are so unique, and they provide such different information that I just really enjoyed the assessment part of this course because it really helps you understand where each student is, but in different aspects, like different areas of reading or fluency or phonics and stuff like that. So each of these were some that I really took away and really enjoyed over the course of the semester. I also really enjoyed lesson plans. I guess you could say I enjoyed it. The beginning of the class, I was a nervous wreck. I looked at them and I thought, holy moly, how am I going to complete each section throughout this lesson plan? It was definitely overwhelming and intimidating for sure. But as we completed each lesson plan, I became less and less stressed, or I struggled less and less over the course. And it was actually really cool to see that because I genuinely came into the class thinking, I'm going to flunk this class. There's no way I'm going to do good. And then I just see so many improvements that I've made over the course of the class with the lesson plans. And by the time we submitted our last one, it took me a quarter of the time to complete that compared to the first lesson plan we did for this course. I was thrilled. Like, it's just so good to feel reassured and know that you know what you're doing when creating a lesson plan. And I also wondered why so many aspects were required for the lesson plan. When you look at it, you think, well, why do we need to put all this information in for just one lesson plan? And as I started teaching my student, I realized exactly why each aspect is required, because you easily forget things and you will overlook areas that are important to cover in your lesson when you don't add all those tiny details. And I am someone who put a decent amount of detail into my lesson plan, and I'm so glad that I did, because after my first tutoring session, I quickly realized that you just forget things easily, and having those details wrote down helps you ensure that you're doing everything as you planned. And it was just the lesson plan area altogether over this course was such a great thing, because it helped me. I feel so much more better going into student teaching with all of this background that I have now added to my learning. I'm just super grateful for that. And then finally, another area that I feel like I'm saying super a lot, that I'm really grateful for is the tutoring aspect. I'm sure everyone, because of COVID, did not get to do their internships last semester, or just lost opportunities to be hands-on and be in a classroom and get that, learn how to even teach. With this tutoring added into the course, it really made me feel like I was learning and added great value to my learning, because not only am I learning about lesson plans and assessments, but my student is helping me learn how I want to have my classroom, how I expect my students to be, how I want my students to be, and things like that. So having this requirement throughout the course was just a great benefit. It really prepared me and has me so excited for student teaching. And I really enjoyed being able to use these assessments that we were learning over the course of the semester, and strategies of like vocabulary and all that. I really enjoyed being able to put it to the test with my student and see how things go together. It just improved so much of my future teaching. I look forward to using all of this as I get into my student teaching and have my own classroom. So with all of that, yeah, that's pretty much what the most important things I took from this class. There were several more aspects that I could talk about, but it would take me all day. This class was just such a great class. Is definitely a class that I think every student should be required to take, obviously, before student teaching. It just has me so pumped for student teaching, because I feel so much more prepared, and I feel like I have much more experience on how to tackle a classroom and hopefully do it right. But yeah, thank you everyone, and I hope everyone has a great next semester student teaching and getting all of their stuff done before graduation. Thank you.